As we mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're here at St. Mark's in Pittsfield as they mark their centennial. Surprisingly, in that 100-year history, only 5 priests have served here as pastor. This may be but one indication of the dynamic and faith-filled Catholic community that makes up the parish here at St. Mark's. Last weekend, the parish held an anniversary mass as part of its centennial year. Reporter Steve Kiltonick visited this Pittsfield church, which some have called the gem of the Berkshires.
On April 27th, a beautiful spring day in West Pittsfield, St. Mark's held a special anniversary mass in honor of its centennial celebration. As parishioners entered the church under the patron saint, the sounds of the Kilgan organ could be heard echoing off the granite walls. The Knights of Columbus led the procession, which included Springfield Bishop Timothy McDonnell and a contingent of 10 priests who previously served in the parish. Bishop McDonnell also performed the rite of laying on of hands on 20 confirmation candidates who became disciples of Christ. St. Mark's was founded in 1913 as an outgrowth of its mother church, St. Joseph in Pittsfield. Springfield Bishop Thomas Bevan purchased land and a modest wooden structure was built on Oneida Street, with room for a larger, more permanent structure. St. Mark's first pastor, Father William Leonard, served the parish for 42 years. St. Mark's fifth and current pastor, Father John Salatino, grew up in the parish where he was baptized, served as an altar boy, and attended St. Mark's School just up the road. Father Salatino says Father Leonard was much revered in this part of town.
He was somebody who was very dedicated to the people of the parish, and they, being here for generations, they loved him, and there's just a lot of stories of things, the ways that he would go out and help the people here.
Father Leonard oversaw the construction of the new church, which was dedicated in 1932 by Springfield Bishop Thomas O'Leary. St. Mark's is truly a magnificent structure. Constructed in the Gothic-style architecture, the church was built from 1929 until 1932 in the midst of the Great Depression. The floors are made from imported Belgian and Italian marble, and all the interior woodwork is made of chestnut. When the church was built, it cost about $250,000. Today, it would cost a small fortune to construct a similar church of its size. The interior of the church consists of vaulted ceilings made of ribbing, while pillars and arches bear the whole weight of the building. The altar and the reredos behind the altar were made in Florence, Italy. It depicts the 4 evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The Kilgan organ, installed in 1931, still sounds much like it did 80 years ago.
The organ really is a reflection of the room. And this glorious room, it just echoes completely. And the way the building is designed, it's wooden and stone frame. You've got the concrete or cinder blocks, which are hollow. You've got all this, there's nothing underneath it, so the whole building resonates with the organ.
Outside, St. Mark is flanked by St. Peter holding the keys of heaven and St. Paul holding the sword of the Spirit. High above the ground is a statue of the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, with outstretched hands. The spire reaches 125 feet into the sky. In the 1930s, Bob Quattrochi spent his teenage years right across the street from the church.
It was an awesome thing for a youngster like myself, because it's like walking into a cathedral. I'd never been in anything as big as this and as grandiose as this.
After Father Leonard died at age 93, Father Thomas Finn took over the parish leadership in 1955.
Father Finn was beloved. He was, I guess, a very soft-spoken person, a very capable person. Father Finn renovated the church. He installed the stained glass windows. These are not original.
After the original church, which was used as a parish hall, burnt down in 1960, Father Finn built the annex, which is attached to the church. He was also responsible for constructing St. Mark's School and Parish Center in 1965. Father Finn died in 1968, and Monsignor Joseph Johnson, Bishop Christopher Weldon's secretary, became the parish's 3rd pastor.
He was just a wonderful man, and he lived his faith, and made you feel you really got something out of coming to Mass.
Monsignor Johnson served for 23 years before retiring in 1994. Father Henry Dorsch took over for 7 more years, but when he considered leaving, Suzanne Salatino says people started to speculate who would succeed him.
People were saying to me, wouldn't it be wonderful if your son could come here and be our pastor? And I said, don't even think about it, because it will never happen. And when it did happen, I could not believe it. I just could not believe it.
He sat with us when our granddaughter had her surgery at Shriners. He sat with us for hours.
For the whole day.
And, you know, that means a lot. And yeah, Father John. He reaches out to the parishioners, and all you have to say is they need something, and he's available, or he does it.
Likewise, Father John feels parishioners here have created a very warm and inviting atmosphere.
The people here in this parish are very hospitable. They're very willing to get involved with things. There's just a nice spirit here in the parish.
I don't know if everybody shares the same feeling, but I certainly feel at home here at St. Mark's. It's a comfortable place to be.
Father Salatino says his hopes and dreams for the future of St. Mark's are simple.
That 100 years from now, there'll be another pastor here being interviewed, and the same things could be said. But I think we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing. Just making this a house of prayer, listening to the gospel, and practicing the gospel to the best of our ability with God's help.
May St. Mark's continue to prosper spiritually and be a beacon of hope for all who enter its doors. For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.
And our congratulations to Father Salatino and all of the parishioners here at St. Mark's, who will continue to celebrate this wonderful milestone for the rest of the year.